Good evening. Protests are taking place tonight in Walsall over planned council cutbacks. Campaigners say they would have a devastating impact on the borough.
The protest is outside the town's art gallery, which is threatened with closure. Our correspondent Keith Wilkinson is there for us now. And Keith, how strong is this protest?
Well, there are about 100 or so people here at the moment. They're protesting about all manner of possible cutbacks here in Walsall. Key to this demonstration, though, here is the Walsall Art Gallery. Now, this gallery was opened by the Queen in the year 2000 at a cost of £21 million. It could face closure or cutbacks. Definitely no decision has been made about that yet, but the council is having to make savings of £86 million over the next 4 years. Now, the gallery is highly regarded, so much so that today 35 very prominent members of the art world have signed a letter in the Guardian newspaper saying that this cutback, if indeed it goes ahead, would be absolutely devastating. Now, earlier on this afternoon, I spoke to the council leader. He's saying that no decision has been made. In fact, he's blaming part of this on the media, saying, you know, they're kind of hyping things up. It wasn't very clear to him just what is going to be happening, but he said that no decisions have been made.
I think we need to clear this whole message up around whether this building will close. There is no intention from Walsall Council for the art gallery to close, but we're faced with a £31 million gap for next year's budget and 86 million plus over the next 4 years. So I think it was important that we let people know exactly what the implications could be if we don't get this process right.
Well, one man who's now added his name to the Guardian letter is joining the protest here, and also one of the trustees. They are both very, very concerned about what actually might happen to the art gallery.
90% of the local authority galleries in this country are under a similar kind of threat. A threat of closure because we've lost the political will to fund them. And that's disgraceful. We're going to lose our culture.
This, to me, was, I think, the best thing that's ever happened to Walsall in my lifetime when this gallery went up in 2000. It actually brought tears to my eyes. And what we have to remember is this is not a regional collection, it's a world-class art collection.
Well, joining me now is one of the protest organisers, Andy Summers. The gallery is very important, but you're here for all manner of things, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is an extraordinary turnout in Walsall. This is an incredibly diverse group of people, all of whom suffer from the potential cuts that are going to have to be made because of what the government in London is doing to this town. Now, this town is the third poorest town in the country, in one of the richest countries in the world, but he's been treated shabbily, and I'm delighted today at this turnout that has arrived in a kind of organic way. These are the talented people of Walsall who are saying to the government in London, you don't understand us, you don't understand our town, you don't understand that the diamond, the jewel here, the art gallery, is part of our culture, part of the reason that makes this town tick. And you are wrong about your austerity measures. This is an extraordinary gathering of people.
Do you think you will be able to stop them?
I think this is just a beginning. What excites me here is the variety of people who have come out tonight in freezing cold temperatures to make their voice heard. And this is something that has only been built over a few days. If we actually get the message out, I believe that the people here in Walsall are going to set a template of this kind of action across the country. And it will be looking at government cuts. Nothing less than that. And that is what we are here today to actually protest.
Well, the cutbacks, certainly regarding the art gallery, won't be known until early next year. Whatever the cuts are made, and they're talking about £80 million over 4 years, they are going to be very unpopular in this town, as we can see.
Keith, thank you very much. A man has